All right.
Recording in progress.
Okay, well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And I'm going to light a candle that has 2 wicks. And the first wick, well, maybe the first wick represents spirit, God, mind, creative power, whatever you want to call God. And then the second one represents us, community. And as we gather together, we shine a greater light. So, all right, John, if you want to lead us into opening song.
All right, here we are together. Here we are for being together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for being, for good, for better. Here we are for healing together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for healing, for good, for better. Here we are for wisdom together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for wisdom, for good, for better. Here we are for joy together, for good, for better, forever. Here we are together, for joy, for good, for better. Here we are, here we are.
All right. Well, thank you, John Miller. Thank you for the song. Um, okay, so today I am the speaker, and I'm going to be talking about Thanksgiving. And next week it will be Carol Ann Drick. Then the week after that, it's myself again. And then John and on the third week, John and Tim are going to do a special music. They got the music, let's put it that way, for the holiday concert type thing.
Is that the 17th or?
Yeah,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Third week. Then the fourth week, Michael's going to do our Christmas Eve service, and then we will do our wool burning. They'll do the 31st too. So
And Michelle agreed to be happily willing to host the Yule thing on that Friday, the 22nd.
Okay.
Oh, how wonderful.
All right.
How wonderful. Good. Good.
Okay, so we'll
Good. Yeah, okay.
then if we need to, Hannah, if you're able to go, I can pick you up and you can use your walker and we can you're muted. Okay, no problem. Well, it's not till the 17th, so we got a few weeks yet. So, or the 22nd, I mean. So is it the
Okay, well, good,
22nd, you said? Michael?
Yes.
Okay, so
Friday evening.
okay, so we'll get we'll give you more information for everybody, where and the time.
I have to go pick up my special Yule log that's been blessed by the forest fairies.
Okay,
Mhm.
Yes.
all right. So, anyways, we will, that sounds fun. It should be good. Okay, that's pretty much what's going on in December. Then in January, we'll start doing our the 4 chapters of the introduction to the science of mind. I know Carolyn is going to do the first one. You said the 4th one for you, Michael, right?
Right.
You want to do the 2nd or the 3rd week?
Me, whatever's left, I don't care.
Well, it's same with me. It's whatever's left. We have.
Okay. Maybe I've got one already ready. I'll look into it.
Yeah, just let me know. What if you don't do, I'll do.
All right.
Okay, because I got.
Yeah, and this is John for that Friday night. Everyone's invited. So that means Marcia. That means that means everybody. So everyone's invited.
Is this at that Summit Lake thing?
Yes,
Summit
Kyle.
Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
great.
so mark that out. We'll probably live stream it too.
Okay.
If we can. So.
Okay. All right. So all I know is that when we get by the log, I'll be sitting and so will Hannah. So yes.
Well, I'll have to get some special firewood too.
Yeah, but hopefully soon everything will be being back to normal. So that's good. All right, so that's what's going on here, and Michael's going to do the meditation. And so, John, do you want to lead us into a song? And
Michael, do you have your musician thing on? You know, the
I have original sound on.
original sound. Good. Okay.
Okay.
We are joyful. We are joyful. We are joyful. Joyful.
Okay, so with that attitude of gratitude, let's just take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release, relax, and just let go. Let yourself settle into your chair. Settle into your heart. Allow yourself now just to become still within your heart. And allow your heart now to be filled with that presence, that power, that life, that activity of God. For that is you. For you are the divine as you. Yes. So knowing that today, that we are one with that one life, that one activity, that one presence and power. We are God in activity. We read now from Science Mind 365. And this is technically for tomorrow, but that's okay. This is about health. And the scripture is from the Old Testament, from Deuteronomy and also Exodus. It says, "The Lord will take from thee all sickness, and I am the Lord that healeth thee." Ernest Holmes' commentary says, "Health is a state of wholeness in mind and body. The body is the servant of the mind, and the mind is the offspring of pure spirit. Thus, the Bible tells us that we are spirit, soul, or mind, and body. These three are really one, and are supposed to work in perfect union with the other. This can be done only when the mind lifts its continence to spirit, permitting its flow of harmony, unity, and beauty a clear passageway. The body will always reflect this inner poise. So today I know that my health, my physical well-being, as well as my mental poise and peace are drawn from an infinite source of perfection. And I'll say that again, and let these words be your words. Today I know that my health, my physical well-being, as well as my mental poise and peace are drawn from an infinite source of perfection. Today I know that the Lord, the law of good, is the healing presence of life. Forever restoring my mind and my physical being, I pray to or commune with this spirit that's within me. And thus today I am made whole. On the Science Mind textbook, page 501, it says, "When the prayer of faith penetrates the subjective thought and neutralizes false images, then the sick are raised into health." And as we continue Ernest Holmes' thought, we just now know in his prayer, we just now know that again, that anything unlike wholeness within us, I just now know that that is not true. And I just now know that the healing presence and power is with Hannah. And I just now know that her leg, again, is perfect, whole, and complete. Where the pain is, God is. And I just now know that all is well, that her leg is perfect, whole, and complete. So I take on the same feelings as if it's already been done. I just take those on and just now know that the doctor's saying, "Hannah, this is absolutely wonderful. How well that you've healed." And I speak my word also for Diana today. I just now know that she is also made in the image and likeness of her Creator. So knowing that, I just now know that her lungs are God's lungs. Her immune system is God's immune system. Her hips and knees are God's legs and knees. So knowing that, I just now know that the perfection of life flows in and through her now. For I just now know in God that there is no sickness, no dis-ease. There's only that one life. And so now I just, with my word, I just now obliterate any type of thoughts of dis-ease or in harmony or anything like that. For I just now know that Diana is feeling this right here, right now, the life force of spirit flowing in her, as her, and through her now. And for anyone else who's experiencing a challenge, I just now know that the life of spirit is also flowing in and through you too. Again, healing, restoring, regenerating, revitalizing every cell, every atom of our being back to wholeness. For that is the pattern. That's the pattern that's within us. So for all of this today, I just give great thanks that we are together as Summit Center for Spiritual Living. And I just now know that even though today that we are small in number, that we do, our light joins in with the light of other CSLs and other New Thought communities as we raise the vibration, as we allow ourselves to be that light in the world. So for all of this, again, for John playing today, for Diana speaking, for Hannah being back, for Kyle being here, and for myself, I just give great thanks. So we are here today together, again, to experience the God that we are. And for that, I just give great thanks as I release this word into the creative law, knowing it's an already done deal. And so it is.
We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. Grateful. Grateful.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for that wonderful meditation. And please take a moment to open up your cameras and look into the camera and you look at each other's eyes. And you can magnificent is you. God. All right. Here's Kyle. All right. I'm glad you got his camera open. Good to see you, Kyle. All right. So, yeah, well, thank you, everyone. And I am going to be talking about Thanksgiving. So, my information today is from Ernest Holmes, and it is this is from originally from his program, this thing called Life. It was done on Sunday, November 20th in 1949. Got it from the Science Mind Archives. And what he is talking about on Thanksgiving is that we all love dogs, we love children, we love cats, we love animals and babies and kids, and got to see my niece and nephew yesterday. My great niece and nephew. That was fun to be around them. They're growing up so fast. Oh my goodness. My nephew's going to be 11 on the 20th. She's 6, going to be 7 in April. It's just amazing to me. Anyways, that's beside the point. So, anyways, if you love dogs and children, as I know you must, you have studied their reactions to those around them and realize how important a little praise can be. Praise is very important. So perhaps some may say, this is certainly true of children. They do love to be praised. They love to feel that they are important in the family life. But dogs also have a language of their own, where you talk to them and tell them how wonderful they are and look deep into their eyes, and their little tags wag and their little tails wag. and they have a kind of smile back at you. Same thing happens with kitties. You know, they do the same thing. So dog and children, apart from that, they all dogs and children know if you are inwardly disapproving, whether you say it or not. And such as my niece and nephew yesterday, they were dad was with them, and mom was working, dad was there, and they were putting up their Christmas tree, putting the lights on the Christmas tree. And he was putting them up mostly, and he was making them take turns helping him, you know, to take the lights around the tree. And they were just at the same time, they were kind of showing off because I was there. So they were getting to be a little annoying to dad, especially. But they kind of knew there were times that when dad wasn't saying something to him, I would say, you know, okay, you guys can settle down now. We got to help out dad here, you know, type deal. So I didn't even have to say a whole lot, but they knew that when I would, whether or not they were being good, and whether we said something or not to either one of them. But we are all children, just children of a larger growth and a little more experience. Just children waiting to be loved, waiting to sing our little song and dance our little dance. We all like to strut our stuff and play the game of life with joy. We all do. We all have fun with that. So of course, we want to be adult. We don't want to be too foolish. But there is such a thing as the game of life. There must be a way to play it so that when we go to bed at night, we shan't carry too much of the hurt of the day into restless sleep, so that when we awake in the morning, we shall anticipate something that promises to be wonderful and exhilarating. So we definitely want to do that before any time we try to go to sleep. Try to let go of whatever was going on during the day that may not have been a positive thing. Let go of that negativity. Try to release it so that when you do awake in the morning, you have a fresh aspect to look for things. You see, this is the way we are made, and God never makes mistakes. There is nothing wrong with this thing called life. For whatever seems wrong with it, the way we are living it, and not life itself, if we are not getting the most out of life, it must be because we are not putting the most in it. We are not putting the most in it. So if what we're getting out of life is not what we want, basically we need to change it. This thing we are going to celebrate, we've just celebrated Thanksgiving Day this past Thursday. But Thanksgiving is more than a day to serve turkey and dressing and eat brown gravy and mashed potatoes. It really means that we should be grateful for life, that we should praise the giver of all good, that we should gratefully acknowledge the priceless heritage of free and noble people. Thanksgiving is more than just a day, it's an attitude. It's an attitude of gratitude. It's a time of being aware. And once a year is just not enough. Something we need to be aware of all the time. But how much time do we spend in affirming the good things of life and recognizing that which is best in ourselves and others, in the exhilaration of His Spirit, the psalmist explained, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. He goes on to talk about how he had a neighbor that their friend they would talk to their plants. Now we all know that it actually, depending, and they've kind of proven it, that if you talk to your plants, they will become better and stronger, and they will grow better. And he also talks about how one group had two roses. One they talked to, said how beautiful it was all the time. The other one, they just ignored it. And guess what? The one that was talked to had bigger, better full, or bigger, had big, beautiful roses. The one that was just ignored, yeah, it still had roses, but it was not nearly as beautiful or nearly as complete as the one that was talked to and praised on how beautiful it was. So there is a divine presence at the center of things which responds to us, and it ought to be real that we feel it everywhere. So real that we feel it everywhere, in everyone and in every situation. Our starting point is to believe this, not as theory or an idle dream, but as something to be recognized and entered into here and now. Knowing that the divine presence is everywhere, every moment of every day, every part of our being, makes such a difference, especially when you are aware of that. Now, there are times that every one of us may not be in the present moment, may not be in that feeling the divine presence, but it doesn't matter. Presence is still there. Spirit is still there. So we need to make sure that we recognize that presence, not only in us, but in everyone around us, in the beauty of the earth, in the world in general. Holmes says Jesus recognized God as a supreme presence in the universe, not only outside people, but within them. He approached life and people as though this were true. And because he did, his life became a miracle. And everything he touched sprang into a newness of being. He didn't condemn the few loaves and fishes. He didn't condemn the few loaves and fishes that the little boy brought to him, but looking up to heaven, gave thanks for them for their increase. And all he did was, instead of saying, okay, well, that's not going to be enough, he said, okay, thank you, Spirit. I know that this is always more than enough. And if you guys know remember the story, that it was just a few fishes and a few loaves of bread, and they were able to feed the thousands with those few fishes and those few loaves of bread. But he always said thank you. He gave thanks first for it, and expected that it would be enough and more than enough. And when they were done, they had so much left over. It was amazing that how many loaves and fishes they had left. You would not have thought from 5 that there would be thousands. But anyways, are you and I giving thanks and praising the increase? Are we gratefully acknowledging the good we wish to experience? Or are we condemning the little things in our lives so that they cannot multiply in our hands? After all, it is really the little things that count. For just as minutes run into hours and hours run into days and days into years and years fill up our lives, so it is that the little things that transpire from moment to moment really decide what our lives are to be and to become. Those little moments are the whole difference in how you conceive, how you um, see the universe, how you live in the universe, how your life goes. Holmes says, recently I read an experiment, two ladies, she's talking about the roses here. I'm sorry, let me bypass that. So now suppose we apply the principle to everything we are doing, to people, to situations, and to the daily living, taking our central thought that the divine presence is everything and responds to us through everything. It is really a wonderful thing to thank God at every meal for the blessing of food. It is wonderful to bless each other for friendship. It will perform a miracle in your life if you consciously bless the situation that you find yourself in. And it may not be a situation that you like, may not be a fun situation, but if you can take a moment and say, okay, I don't know what is going on here necessarily, but whatever it is, I know that it's going to be something that I learn from, something that's going to increase my knowledge, something that is going to be better for me and for the world around me. So take the time, Holmes says, take the time each day to say, I bless every member of my family. I bless my husband. I bless my wife. I praise my children. I bless everything that they are doing. Bless the gifts you make to people. Bless the friends that you have. And above everything else, don't forget to pray the prayer of blessing for the great day and wonderful country of ours. Bless our leaders. Pray for everyone in places of public responsibility. That is so important. Sometimes we do all that. Well, yeah, we can remember to bless our family, our friends, ourselves, our work, things like that. But we sometimes forget to bless our leaders, whether we like them or not. We still need to bless them. We still need to bless them in a way that they make good decisions. Because we need people to make good decisions, not just for us, but around the world. The Middle East, Israel and Gaza, that is such a bad, it's not a good situation, but at least right now there is at least a ceasefire for a moment, and a temporary ceasefire, and they're letting go of hostages. It's a wonderful thing. And hopefully this is the beginning of the end. It will be taking care of those problems over there. But we need to bless not only our leaders, but the leaders around the world, to know that we all make a difference and that everything that is happening is for the best of our good, each person's good. If you're in business, you should bless your business. Bless the customers that come in. Bless the goods that go out. Bless everyone working with you and around you. And don't forget to bless your own effort, that it shall prosper and multiply and increase, and when to return to you 100-fold. Unexpected income. I gave this to you, talked to you about using that prayer of unexpected income a few weeks ago. And it really has made a big difference for me. I have seen lots of unexpected income that I wasn't planning. One, I've already found out that my Social Security that I just started receiving is increasing more for next month because of the they're giving us a raise. Hey, I'm not going to complain. That's great. And money that I was not expecting, I changed my insurance on some things, and I got back $400 that I was not expecting to return. Now, so there is unexpected income everywhere. Little things like uh, the I went to Dunkin' Donuts to I wanted some munchkins, and I just got like, 10 munchkins, and the people in front of me paid for my donuts. How wonderful was that? It little blessings that you have to be thankful and grateful for. He says you are proceeding on the proposition that there is a divine presence in everything and everyone, and the divine law of good is running through everything. Your recognition of this law, your acceptance of it, your prayer of affirmation about it causes the presence to respond to you in a new way. It rises to meet your expectation, your faith, and your conviction and your acceptance. So if we want more, we have to be aware of that. That's, we have to have an expectation of more. The unexpected income, the wanting more in general, the better healing, better life, whatever it may be. And here is one thought I would like to add, is what Holmes says. I would love to know some of the experience that I am certain will follow you if you do this. Try to give thanks, even for the little things which you do not see. Somewhere the Bible says, blessed are they who not having seen still believe. In other words, when Jesus blessed the loaves and the fishes, he was blessing the increase which he knew God would provide, and his faith and expectancy reached out to the law of good in such a way that there was an immediate manifestation and more. Now, Jesus hadn't seen all the loaves and fishes that they were needed to feed the multitude, but he blessed that invisible substance. He gave thanks for the increase ahead of time. Remember that. He did that ahead of time. And this you must do also, for God never lets anyone down. Particularly try to bless yourself, bless your hopes, bless your aims, bless your aspirations. A lot of times we forget, we might be blessing other people, but we forget to bless ourselves. We need to bless ourselves in a special way, in a way that we are magnificence. We are special because we are a part of spirit. We are a part of God. We are one with spirit, one with God. Bless the faith that it is in you, and it will grow. It will bloom like the rose bush. Bless the unused talents that you possess and new ways of doing things which will come to your experience. There is no way that God can work for us other than by working through us. And if we reject the gift of life, if we refuse to accept it, how can we hope ever to hold it in our hands? So we've got to remember this. He also says, be sure that you don't make it a drudgery of this. Let us sing a song of praise, a song of blessing, a gladness in giving, just as spontaneous as was the faith for the little boy who brought those few loaves and fishes and placed them in the loving hands of the master. Isn't it wonderful that out of all the vast throngs of people who needed to be fed, and the doctor of the law would stood around, those who thought they knew all the answers, and even his immediate disciples, the only person in that great congregation who really entered into the spirit of Jesus was a little boy. You see, Jesus and the little boy were the only two people in the gathering who didn't know that it couldn't be done. And Jesus apparently wanted the cooperation of someone who did know that could be done, just as he knew it. So that faith of that little child, that faith of knowing that it could be done, sparks a bigger outcome. So we need to have the faith of a child. We need to just know that it's okay, that it will be done. It's taken care of. We don't have to worry about it. So Holmes goes on to say, I love to think that little boy. I love to think of that little boy, his eyes bright with enthusiasm, his little feet digging their toes into the dirt, the hands of expectancy outstretched, willing and glad to surrender his morsel, and without the slightest question in his mind about the increase. So let you and I see if we cannot become as little children. It is natural for us to believe. It is natural for us to dance with joy and enter into a rhythm of life with happiness. And it is natural for us to expect the miracle of love to perform its acts of kindness. Holmes goes on to say, now we are either talking about the greatest thing in life, or else we are following a forlorn hope which could lead only to despair. We may be certain that we are talking about the greatest thing in life. There is an inner presence that responds to us. There is a law of good that works for us. There is a power of right that can rearrange our only circumstances if we believe it can. Suppose we try this week to discard our negative approaches to people and circumstances, and for every condemnation, let's find something to praise. For every doubt, let's find a faith. For every fear, let us find a new hope. Let us see if we can sing our song of praise and thanksgiving. I know if we practice this for the next few days, a new flavor will come into our living, and we will gather around the festive board. We too shall be able to say with the psalmist, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. I'm going to end with a poem that I have I've used before. It's been many years, but it's a poem about Thanksgiving. The author is unknown. So let me just. It's called Be Thankful. Be thankful that you don't already have everything you desire. If you did, what would there be to look forward to? Be thankful when you don't know something for it gives you the opportunity to look. Be thankful for the difficult times. During these times, you grow. Be thankful for your limitations because they give you the opportunities for improvement. Be thankful for each new challenge because it will build strength and character. Be thankful for your mistakes. They will teach you valuable lessons. Be thankful when you are tired and weary because it means that you've made a difference. It is easy to be grateful for the good things. A life of rich fulfillment comes to those who are also grateful for the setbacks. Gratitude can turn a negative into a positive. Find a way and be thankful for your blessings, and they become your blessings. So thank you. So I now turn this over to anyone who may want to make a comment or a question, may have a question.
That was excellent. I want to
Wonderful.
read that article. That was really good. Thank you. No, I think that that was a really good talk as far as, reminded me of some things. And so that's one of the reasons why we meet weekly, is to kind of remind ourselves of the truth. So that was excellent, Diana. Thank you.
Granted, mostly was the Ernest Holmes, but it's the truth. So when you're speaking truth, it's so much easier. So,
Yeah, I like that last sequence of things to be thankful for. That was really good.
yeah, I've
Let-
seen it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let me show you a little video if it will play. It's probably going to be a delayed reaction, but she says, "Happy feet." See?
Oh, how cute. It's getting big. Oh my goodness. Did you get to see them, or did you just?
No, not yet. I have a kind of an idea to go before Christmas, but we'll see.
Okay, how wonderful. All right. Okay, well, if there is not any more questions or comments, I'm going to turn it over to John for a song.
All right. I switched cameras. We'll see if it's a little better in sync or not. All right. Kind of in tune.
We give thanks for the sun, earth, and rain, and the food which sustains us, for life in the world. We give thanks for the goodness of our lives and the kindness which sustains us, for life in peace. Gratitude is goodness, gratitude is kindness, kindly supporting one another. Thankfulness is welcome, thankfulness is wisdom, gratefully caring for each other. We give thanks for the beauty of our world and the happiness which sustains us, for life in joy. Gratitude is goodness, gratitude is kindness, kindly supporting one another. Thankfulness is welcome, thankfulness is wisdom, gracefully caring for each other. We give thanks for our family and friends and the caring which sustains us, for life in love.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Jonathan. That was wonderful. Okay, so it is that time in our service where we give everybody the opportunity to give. So there are several ways to give. You can go to Zelle, and you would go to SSC of Akron at gmail.com. That's SSC of Akron at gmail.com. You can give that way, or you can send a check to with the name Summit on it, either Summit's CSO or Summit Spiritual Center, or just Summit, as long as the word Summit's on there. And it would go to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310. And so with that, I just symbolically at this point take our tithes in our hand, right top over left. Just know that all that we have, all that we give, all that we receive is blessed in a very grateful manner. And that it goes back not only to the giver, but it goes out to the world to help one another, and it goes back to the giver 10 times more. So with that, I give thanks. Amen. Okay, so good, more good, John.
Good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Oh, good and more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
Right, thank you. Announcements.
ntmedia.org. ntmedia.org.
Yeswise.com. Yeswise.com.
Did Grandpa John start?
Grandfather John, yes. I couldn't get grandpajohn.com, so I got Grandfather John. I haven't even set it up yet, but Grandfather John live on Thursdays at 1.
Okay.
But I put it up, whatever I have to say, I put it up on yeswise.com.
All right, sounds good. All right, so with that, let's have a moment of silence. Let me turn my musicians on. All right, I'm going to ring us in, and then I'll ring us out. But please take into your mind, into your thoughts. Bring in mind anybody that may need some sort of healing, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, financial, that it is being taken care of right this moment. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Joy is real. Joy is true. We are joy, living as me and you. Joy is a Awareness is true. We are awareness, living as me and you. Peace is real. Peace is true. We are peace, living as me and you. Peace is awareness. Awareness is true. We are awareness, living as me and you. Love is real. Love is true. We are love, living as me and you. Love is awareness. Awareness is true. We are awareness, living as me and you. Living as me and you.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we invite you to come back next week. Carol Ann will be our speaker. And Hannah, you can stop the Facebook feed. I'm going to stop our recording. And